Thank you, Steve. And going ahead and talking more about our forecast. Well, just a reminder, right now is a great time to go ahead, download the Fox 10 weather app. That way you're staying updated with everything that's going on out there across the Gulf Coast. As always, we do have that interactive radar feature. Plus, also we update these forecast videos for you daily. Let's go ahead and dive deeper into what exactly we are tracking out there. And look at this. So many spring breakers getting out there and enjoying the conditions down in Orange Beach. I mean, hey, it looks stunning out there. We have plenty of sunshine, some beautiful water. Quite a few folks out there just stacked and packed on that beach right there along the immediate shoreline. Temperatures resting in the lower 70s. Some winds out of the south closer towards 5 to 10 miles per hour. And those dew points resting in the lower 60s. Now, the rip current risk over the next 5 days, it's going to be low for today, tomorrow, and Thursday. But just a heads up, once we do get closer towards the weekend, we're going to start to see it bumping up to moderate on Friday. High by Saturday, and the culprit is going to be some increased rain shower and thunderstorm chances. Now, temperatures right now all across the Gulf Coast, it's warm out there. We're seeing the mid to upper 70s, but especially those lower 80s for inland areas, well above average for what we should be feeling at the very end of March. But for any of those evening plans heading into tonight, conditions are looking so nice out there. We're going to be resting in the mid 60s once we get closer towards 7 o'clock. Plenty more clear skies are on the way heading further on into this evening. And as always, if you get any beautiful photos of sunsets out there heading into tonight, we want to see them, but I'll talk more about your forecast for the rest of the week coming up in just a little bit.
All right, speaking of sending in your photos, it's time where we share your story. And Jen, as I was coming across the Bayway today, I legitimately thought something was on fire because the fog at 9:15 in the morning was so dense across that Bayway today.
It was, and I traveled a little over an hour just before that, and I mean, the Bayway was very slow going. Folks were slow. It took quite a while to get across the bay, but I mean, just being in the fog, you couldn't even see the other lane of traffic by it. The visibility was so low. So I feel like it's something to keep in mind living in the port city. Springtime, kind of used to it here, but always drive carefully.
Yeah, for sure. And some of you saw that fog out there today. This is from Krista. She said a rainbow in the fog.
Oh, I love it. So that one's beautiful. It's I think it's a fog bow.
A fog bow.
Yeah,
I was about to say Nicholas is.
Yeah, I almost flipped him. I was like, wait a minute, I'm doubting myself. Yes, fog bow out there. So always something cool to capture. I love it whenever we can start to see some of the differences out there. Something cool to capture for this morning.
Nice shot.
And then also this one is going to be from Stacy Gardner, one of our regulars now. I feel like we get a lot from Stacy. This is going to be the sunset over a glass-like Mobile Bay. Looking stunning just last night. I mean, we got all of the clouds and the rain out of there. So really made way for a beautiful sunset. I like the orange glow that we have going on.
And look how it's like shimmering on the glass water there.
You can start to see it. I think it's just some of those pier posts that are kind of left behind. They always make for a really nice photo out there too.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous shot. Thank you, Stacy. Steve Nitzel sends us this one, sunset in Gulf Shores, Alabama. That looks so serene and calm and quiet.
It does, especially getting some of the rain out of there. This almost feels like a cooler. Like I feel like if I stepped outside, it would feel cool out there. Just some of the cloud cover. Definitely a beautiful shot out there last evening. More of that just on the water, so you can really start to see the mirrored reflection there. And then also, this is going to be from Don Donnelly. This is our azalea bush just outside of our garage door in the backyard. I love it. I love the azaleas. They're looking beautiful right now.
Yep, you drive around and within like a half-a-mile radius at least, you're going to see azalea bush somewhere. It's so beautiful, and yeah, this time of year, it's like spring is here.
I saw a really interesting one the other day in Daphne when we were driving by. I was outside of a church along 98, and pretty much there was no greenery on the bush. It was solely just azalea flowers, and I mean, it was beautiful, but if we had looked at that, I was like, wow, I haven't seen any of them like that just yet. It's just all pink all around it.
In full force coming out.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's go to the next one. Also some azaleas from Kalia Huey Blue, enjoying the beginning of spring in Mobile. So the puppy dog's name is Blue, it looks like.
Oh, looks like sniffing the flowers there. Almost looks like, again, it's always hard to see from here. It almost looks like the harness it has on might be floral too. Matches just a little bit.
How cute. The puppy dog and the beautiful flowers. getting outside. We went for a walk last night because, yeah, after the rain moved out, just like you said it would, we saw some sunshine come through. And so obviously the sun's not setting as early anymore. And so we got a good walk in yesterday. It felt nice. It was just a beautiful weather.
I said we had sports practice last night. Soccer just started up for Layson, so we were hanging out at the soccer fields, and it felt great. I was worried about the sogginess of the fields. It's kind of like lower down that she ran through with her cleats. It was like, oh, whoops, didn't even look. I'm like, okay, we're going to wash the socks.
Gonna need a bath after that.
Yeah, we definitely will. But luckily higher up, it was fantastic. I mean, stunning conditions last night.
Great conditions. Hopefully tonight will be the same. If you want to get out and get a walk after work, we're probably going to do that. It's going to be nice weather. So we'll have more on your forecast with Jen coming up. We're also going to be talking about some more news that's making headlines. Toxic algae bloom is wreaking havoc on sea life along the southern California coast.
Yeah, so in sea lions, it's causing seizures, stillbirths, and even violence.
The condition, known as domoic acid toxicity, is treatable, but sick animals are flooding marine mammal care centers up and down the coast.
The toxic algae bloom is also killing birds, dolphins, and sea turtles.
Some experts believe all the fire retardant used to fight the recent Los Angeles wildfires could be a contributing factor to the spike in the toxic algae. And that's just so devastating because they have to do what they have to do to fight fire. And now you're seeing the repercussions on wildlife of all of that.
Exactly. And so you can just start to see it spreading into the water there, impacting some of them. So I'm sure that this is going to be sparking some conversations and some challenges in the future to try and find something that's a little more animal friendly and environmentally friendly going forward with battling some of those wildfires out along the western coast. Well, a test run at a bobsled track set to be used for next year's Winter Olympics in Italy gets a thumbs up.
Okay, several competitors tried out the rebuilt sliding track today to make sure it meets requirements for the 2026 games.
It will be used for the bobsled, luge, and skeleton athlete competitions.
The government agency in charge of rebuilding the century-old track reported positive results.
The International Olympic Committee, or the IOC, raised concerns about the safety of the track and suggested a venue in nearby Austria or Switzerland instead.
Officials from the international federations and the IOC will determine if it gets certified. Lolo Jones, I don't know if you keep up with her, she ran track at LSU, won a medal in the Olympics for hurdling, I believe. What is it called when you jump over?
High jump?
No. What am I thinking of? Anyways, whatever she won, now she is with USA's bobsledding team.
Wow.
Yeah, she made like a change.
Wow. I wouldn't even put the two together. But hey, I keep forgetting that the Winter Olympics 2026, it's almost here.
It'll be here before we know it.
I know. I forget that's every 2 years technically for some sort of Olympics. So hey, excited to start seeing that news in Italy.
All right, Napster is getting new life.
Yeah, the service that let users swap songs for free shut down in 2001 over legal issues, but the brand is still alive.
Wow. Today it was snapped up for $270 million by a 3D tech company called Infinite Reality, and it plans to use Napster for marketing in the metaverse. Did you ever have Napster?
I recognize it. I think that Napster was just a little before me. I had some other random ones afterwards that I used to download those songs off YouTube.
I remember that.
Yep. So that was something I used later on with either my Zune that I had for a while.
I had the Apple iPod Touch.
Yeah. My mom tried for the longest time to go without the Apple, but then finally she gave in. My sister had the mini, the tiny little one that didn't even have a screen. It was just that little dial for a while. So curious to see what Napster goes or continues in the metaverse. Well, listen to this next story. Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the whole Peanuts gang are coming back to Starbucks. They're coming to Starbucks.
It's part of a global partnership between the coffee giant and the Peanuts brand.
It features a new Snoopy persona, Joe Kind Snoopy, and celebrates kindness, coffee, and community.
The Peanuts-inspired limited edition merch includes a cold cup, ceramic mug, and stainless steel tumbler.
Prices will range from $17.95 to $29.95. They'll be available at participating Starbucks coffee shops across the U.S. while supplies last.
People love to buy Starbucks and collect those cups that they have on sale. I've never been into that, but I know if you go to the store, they're so pretty. They really do look like nice cups.
I was gonna say, I get points for whenever I go to Starbucks, and if you get to, I believe, 400 points, then you get to use it on some sort of item like that. So I'll just stack them up instead of getting a free drink, and I'll just get a coffee mug, a tumbler, something.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you got a collection going.
Yeah, it's not so much like specific brands or anything, but it's just whatever I can find that day.
Okay, you may have to get the Snoopy one to add.
Oh yes.
Researchers say a hoard of Iron Age artifacts could alter our understanding of life in Britain 2,000 years ago.
So a collection of more than 800 items was first discovered in northern Britain in December of 2021.
Well, the hoard includes Iron Age metalwork, including wagon components, a cauldron that might have been used to mix wine, ceremonial spears, and elaborate horse harnesses.
Cool. Now, it's believed that the items were buried around the time of the Roman conquest of southern Britain in the 1st century AD.
Researchers say the artifacts could help explain how wealth and status were expressed during the period. That's really cool to me. I love historic pieces like this and movies that talk about things from that age. So I wish I could find something like that in my backyard.
I know, right? That's one thing that we love about traveling is being able to go back and see all of the old artifacts, the old history, because it's kind of hard to find some of the really old stuff here in the States. So it's great to go over there. We are actually traveling to London in a week and a half for our honeymoon. And so we're excited to go and explore some of the history over there.
Well, hopefully it's not rainy and dreary the whole time, because you know they got a rep for that over there.
Oh, I know.
All right, welcome into the kitchen as we try something for Tasty Tuesday today. You know, it's been a crazy day, and so today, Braden, our producer, picked these up for us. Cheetos Puffs cheese pizza flavored. Have you ever had these?
I have not had these. One of my favorite snacks, though, is Cheetos, but it's the organic white cheddar one.
Yes.
It's not even the organic, really, but if you have them, they are fantastic. That is always what we take to the beach every single summer if we head on the boat or anything. Highly recommend it. So I'm curious to try these, but if you haven't tried the white cheddar ones, highly recommend.
I like those too. I do get those when I go on the boat. That's like my go-to boat ride.
They're fantastic.
Snack.
Okay, they don't leave your hands super
If you take a look at
orange.
these, they look like they got a lot of cheese dust on them.
They do. I even see like some darker red coloration in there. I wonder if it's the pizza.
That's what I'm thinking, like the red from the pizza. What do you think of them? We're both taking bites of them. Well, I'm gonna wait till you finish.
Interesting.
Don't take a bite.
Interesting.
Really?
I don't hate it. If you like kind of the pizza taste, I get it with the seasoning.
Yeah. It has like a little bit of an oregano taste to it.
Yeah. I get a little bit of like the tomato in it.
Okay. They're not bad.
I'll give it to you, Cheetos. To me, it tastes very pizza-like.
So they taste a lot like the normals with that little bit of oregano / tomato-y taste, just like you said. So they're pretty good. Today I should have brought them in too. I got some of the Flaming Hot Dill Pickle Cheetos.
Oh.
So they got the Flaming Hot plus the dill pickle, and they are pretty spicy, but they're delicious. I love dill pickle chips. Anything salt and vinegar-y type like that.
So I've never had Flaming Hot Cheetos before, ever. And then
What?
I know, and Layson is obsessed with the dill pickle. I think they're Lay's chips right now. That's all that she wants. I tried them. Couldn't enjoy it. But I think that, I don't know if you've ever put chips on a sandwich.
Yes.
Those would be fantastic on a sandwich. I just thought of like a Cuban sandwich before, and I think that would be a great addition to it to get that crunch with that pickly taste. But
You could put these on like maybe a meatball sub or something.
that would be cool.
Yeah, add a little extra crunch to it.
I think those are pretty good. I think Cheetos did well with the taste there. So.
Okay, me too. We give them a thumbs up for sure. If you're going.
Thanks, Braden, our producer, for running out and grabbing those real quick.
Thank you so much, Braden, for doing the shopping for us today. Hopefully we can find something else for next week. But yeah, these are a thumbs up if you're going out on the boat or something like that, or just for the kids maybe, you know. They just got a little extra Cheeto dust on them, but it's fine. So we like them. We'll be right back.